Hello everyone and welcome to the Florida Aviation Network. I'm Ben Coleman, one of your hosts for this event, and we're here at the lovely Lakeland Linder Regional Airport, and there's a little event going on this week. I hope you have heard of it. It's called Sun and Fun. This is the 44th annual Sun and Fun, and it's just always a pleasure to discuss aviation events and just things happening in the industry. Here on a safety note, this is what this creation of Florida Aviation Network, it's all about safety, and aviation is immersed, and it better be immersed in safety. We don't want to hurt anybody in aircraft, and the best way to get that information out is through public media. That's the reason that Obi Young and all of our volunteers here, we've got Alex, Kevin, Jack, working our cameras today, and we've got, Jack is older than dirt, and I mean that lovingly, Jack. And we also have Kevin and Alex, and they are younger than the purest driven snow. That's a compliment, guys. It's good to have you here. And also we have Tammy is out roaming around somewhere on the campus here. And, oh, wait a minute, I think we've got a call coming in from the field. This is live, so that you're getting this fresh. This is live, and I think a call's coming in from the field. Tammy, are you there?
Yes, Ben. Hi. This is Tammy Cassidy. Right in front of the Air Museum right now, so I should be in shortly.
Okay, you should. Tammy, what's that one more time? This is the first feed we have of this event. Tammy, say that one more time. I could see you, but I couldn't hear you.
Yes, this is Tammy Cassidy, and I'm out in the field. I'm right in front of the museum. I'm running a little bit behind, but I'll be right in.
Tammy, I can also read lips, but I heard you that time. But when you get a chance, come on in and let's talk about what's going to be happening this week here at the Sun Fun event, and we'll be waiting for you.
All right, I'll be right in, Ben. Thank you.
Okay, and as we wait for Tammy to come in, what we're going to do is discuss just a little bit about some of the fine weather that we have here in Central Florida. This is springtime, and Florida has, we can be mid-80s down to the mid-50s. I've seen it before, and we have a little thing called advective ground fog here in Central Florida. And ground fog is really nothing to be concerned about unless you're trying to fly in it, because unless you're on your gauges. And ground fog, there's a reason they call it ground fog, because it's near the ground. And it's hard to land when you can't really see where you're going, unless you're Cat 3C, and that is if you're familiar with your instrument flying. And that's where we're, as a matter of fact, come on in to the museum, everybody. This is a live feed that you're going to be seeing here from time to time. And this is in the Florida Air Museum. And you will notice we've got some aircraft hanging from the sky. We have a beautiful Stearman that was donated by the Red Baron Squadron. The aircraft flew for about 15 years in the air show circuit and did a remarkable job of demonstrating the skill of formation flight, and as well as the Boeing, there's several different models, but typically the Model 75 was the Stearman brand. And we got the, you see the museum shot. We are also going to be spreading out to the flight line this period. And there you see what's going on outside as we see a tug dragging an aircraft there on the ramp. Hopefully it's on wheels. There we go. Looks like a Beechcraft, and looks like a King Air, and you're going to see shots. Ooh, I see a big guy in the background too, and I see a wing of a DC-3. And for all of you novice out there, if they say, well, what do I do to get involved with aviation? Best thing is to learn what your aircraft is designated, what it looks like, and what it does, how fast it goes, what's its service ceiling, range, power plants. Looks like we got a Cirrus in front of us. Looks like the Vision Jet is there as well. So learn your aircraft and phonetics, international phonetics, you young folks out there, even you old timers. If you use N and say Nancy, I'm going to slap you on the knuckles with a ruler. That's November. That's not Nancy. All due respect to Nancy, but that's November. Delta, Echo, T for Tango. T can also stand for Tammy, who we're going to be talking to here in just for a few minutes. But do not announce your aircraft as 341 Tammy, please. It's 341 Tango. And we're back here in the set in the Florida Air Museum. And I think we're going to have a little discussion with a person that you just saw recently out in front of the museum. And that now, I guess we're just going to go right to Tammy. What do you say, Truck? There we go, Tammy.
Hi. Hello, Ben.
Oshante.
Good to see you.
Oshante.
Oshante.
Okay.
Great.
Tammy, there's an event going on here this week.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about what you know of what's fixing to happen here on the grounds.
Well, we're at the 44th annual Sun and Fun Fly-In, so it's great to see everybody out here. A little nervous on the camera and everything. We're going to have all kinds of fun things going on, planes all over, all kinds of performers and acrobats, and it's just going to be exciting. I'm one of the volunteers here. I'm behind the scenes and everything, so you see me sometimes out in the field. We do a little bit of interviews and go out to the flight line and interview the pilots and everything. It's really exciting. So. Yeah.
And Tammy, really, there's no real need to be nervous. This is streaming live over the internet.
That's all.
There's, I don't know, at any given time, millions of people that's watching this. So you really shouldn't be nervous at all.
No, not at all. No.
No stage fright.
Now my daughter used to sit in this chair, but she went away to college, so now I've kind of taken
That's
the.
okay. We'll get her back.
Okay.
We'll get her back. Tammy, speaking specifically this week, you said there's a lot happening. What in particular can we tantalize our folks out in the field to what they're going to be able to watch live this week?
Well, we have performers. We have the Gecko.
Performers.
Yes.
Is this a dancers?
Oh,
or
no,
what?
no, planes.
Oh, plane performers.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
What
we
are
have
they
our
doing?
warbirds out here. We're going to also have some of our acrobats, and we will have. Oh my goodness!
Aerobatic.
Aerobatic.
Isn't it wonderful how you just go brain dead?
Yeah.
And you just
It's
want
a
to just
camera.
just
Yeah.
brain dead.
It is.
And Tammy, as far as the warbirds, are these planes that actually go out and shoot at things, or what is a warbird?
No, these are anti. We do reenactments. I believe they are going to be doing a reenactment.
Toro.
Toro.
There we
That's
go.
going to be going on. So, and that'll be going on. We'll get a little bit of that going. And yeah, the warbirds, no, they don't go out and shoot anymore. They're kind of the antiques.
The historic.
Restored, beautiful planes,
Yes.
beautiful, gorgeous.
Tammy, what are you going to be doing in the background? You said that you're going to be in the background, but what does that mean?
Right. I assist on set. Obi, who's with Florida Aviation Network, I'm one of his PAs, and also I've just heard word I'll be out in the field a little bit interviewing, so that was kind of thrown out, which is good, and a little bit of experience. So
Good. And you
Yeah.
mentioned, Tammy, that you're a volunteer.
yes, I am.
And for the volunteers out there, do you know, I'm just going to ask you a trivia question. What is the most valuable and precious thing that we all have in common?
That we all have in common. We're dedicated. We are no.
One thing.
We're free.
Four-letter word, starts with T.
Oh.
Any takers out there?
Any
Camera
takers?
guys. Alex, what do we all have in common? Kevin, what do we have in common? Most valuable, most precious thing in the world? Time. Time. And when a volunteer volunteers their time, you can't buy it.
No, absolutely.
And you're here because you want to be here. And that's what makes this industry so powerful. Even Brian Purdy sitting in the back there chewing on something from, looks like a yellow wrapper from McDonald's. This is not a McDonald's commercial, however.
Might be an Egg McMuffin.
Do we have any, I think we have John Tippin in Missouri is online. He's watching, John? Okay, well, John's listening, but John Tippin in Missouri, thanks for tuning in and listening, and just gather around as many people as you can. We got California also is on the line, John Mahaney. John, we miss you, literally. Like we were saying, time. Tammy is here dedicating her time. and you have dedicated so much of your time in the future. We've just got so many thanks that I'm getting in my ear here. We will get to all of you. Polk County School System. As a matter of fact, there's an academy just across the street here from the museum, Central Florida Aerospace Academy, CFAA, and they're pumping out a bunch of folks in this industry, and it's a role model actually for the nation. So we want to make sure to thank Polk County and the school system for what they do to offer the opportunity to work and bring this to you. We're also going to have Central Florida tourists and welcoming committees. We've got all sorts of folks here to thank. We will get to them through the week. We will, really will. If you go to the website for Visit Central Florida Tourism, Florida Tourism, and you'll be seeing here on the background of what's offered on the Central Florida Tourism site. Visit Central Florida, and there's an awful lot going on here. The weather, typically we have about 300 average VFR days per year, and that we take full advantage of those 300 some odd days for good training, flight training. That's the reason most of the flight training is accomplished here, and at one point over 20% of all of the flight instruction was coming out of the Orlando Flight Standards District Office, of which I'm proud to have had a career there back for many, many years, as well as Obi Young, Bill Hohenstein, and just a whole cadre of people that have dedicated their lives to aviation and aviation safety. We want to take time and thank everyone that is adding to this presentation here. Rob Williams. Rob is a very dynamic young man that's responsible for this Florida Air Museum. And at Lights Leanhouse, we'll probably be hearing from Lights. He's the president of Sun and Fun. We're trying to get Lights to come out of his shell a little bit. He's a little reserved, and he's not quite as dynamic as we'd like to see him. So we got to bring, if you get a chance to see Lights Leanhouse, try to pull him out of his shell a little bit. He's very reserved, almost shy. That's not overstating it, is it? Okay, I didn't think so. But we are going to take a moment here and just, Tammy, anything else you'd like to say to the group as we wind it up for this initial
just
set?
Come on out and see us. Come visit our set. We're located in the museum, Air Museum, and just come see us. And also like us on Facebook as well.
Oh, I forgot to mention Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, please do go to Facebook.
We're on social media now. So
I understand that might take off.
Yes.
Social media?
Yes, it may.
I didn't think it was going to make it.
Yep.
But
Check us out on Facebook.
Facebook, like us there.
Twitter.
And we are going to jump off into another activity week, activist week here at the 44th Annual Sun and Fun Fly-In Convention International. Take it easy. This is Ben Coleman. We're going to wrap it up for this session. Tammy, thanks for your time, and we'll see you next interview.